Hello, hello, hello. I wanted to make another guide on how to obtain a very powerful armor early game. This armor becomes really viable when you crafted all the heavy armor, you have steel weapons, and you're thinking, what else I can obtain after that? And that is the armor set is Hyrkanian Armor Raider set. The armor provides a substantial increase in armor value if you compare it to heavy armor, and the real downside of it is the weight of it. You can use it for follower or for yourself, and I've been using it myself for a long while, and you can either get a perk from Strength Tree that decreases the armor weight by 25%, or you can invest some points into expertise, just a little bit, to increase the maximum weight you can carry. And there's also other options to carry heavy armor, which I will detail in another video. But that's easy early game solutions that you can get straight away. You can learn how to craft it fairly early on at level 30. You'll need a total of 51 elephant hides and 200 thick leather in order to craft the full armor set. I'll show you how to get it really easily early game. I will show you the route that starts near the sentinels, and it's the quickest route that you can use to get to Savannah, where the elephants are. In order to accomplish this journey fairly effectively, you'll need several things. First of all, you need decent armor. I'd recommend heavy armor that you can craft on Armorer's Bench. And since we're going for heavy armor anyway, so that's an obvious choice. And on top of it, a steel weapon of any kind is great. If you're using a follower, a human follower, I would recommend getting same heavy armor or at least medium armor and a steel weapon for them as well. And part of that, you will need a really reliable follower that's fairly tanky and can sustain some damage. And the elephants are not that difficult as one skull or three skull bosses, but they might be a little bit easier if you have a good follower that can sustain them and tank them fairly well. And on a part of that, you'd better get a mount which would make your journey way faster and easier, both for traveling speed and for putting extra items on there, which would be the possible pets that you can get in there. Elephants, rhino, and tiger, on which I will detail further on. These aren't optional, but I would say I'd recommend getting an elephant and a rhino since you're visiting that place anyway. Elephants have great inventory and great tankiness, and rhino can be used as a mount as long as you have Isle of Sipta DLC. The route itself should not be difficult at all, like the most enemies that you will encounter are skippable, especially if you have a mount, you can avoid them altogether. There can be a few hyenas, mostly on the way, maybe a few crocodiles, but mostly several hyenas. I've purposefully avoided all the enemy camps completely and entirely to make the journey the fastest and the safest. So you should be able to get there without too much hassle around level 30 without too many problems. And yes, the elephants are quite killable at level 30 as well. So around that, even if you're like a bit lower level, it should be fine. It should be fine as long as you have decent armor, weapon, and a reliable follower. The elephants themselves have several attacks. One of them is charge attack, which is fairly easy to avoid, and another is stomp attack. And I definitely recommend staying at the back of the elephant and let the follower stay at the front and tank it. And on top of everything, it's very important that you have a really good skinning knife. Like the better the quality of your skinning knife, the more resources you'll get, and the faster things will go for you. Three pets that you can acquire in Savannah on top of everything, and that's elephant, rhino, and tiger. Elephant would be really interesting because it has a fairly large inventory and it's very tanky. The downsides, it's kind of slow, and it's a generally large animal, so you have to keep that in mind. But you can get greater elephant from an elephant calf, or you can get a mammoth, which are pretty good for base defense. I'd say like they're quite interesting in that role as well. And rhinos, you can use them as a mount as long as you have Isle of Septa DLC. So that's, well, my personal choice for mount is rhino because it looks quite fascinating. So I really like that mount, to be honest. In order to maximize your chances of getting greater pets, that's greater elephant or even mammoth, or in the case of tiger, it's greater tiger. There's certain foods that are better to feed them at early level. It's gonna be highland berries for elephant, bark for rhino, and exquisite meat for tiger. There's shade bloom variants, but you need to get shade bloom in order to unlock them, and it's not entirely necessary at this stage. So that's all in terms of armor and pets. And personally, I found this armor extremely useful in late early game and in mid game. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more guides. Thanks.